26 years old at the time of her demise. She was still my baby.
In a troubling incident from 2014, the discovery of Vernicia Woodard's remains in a secluded area led to a shocking revelation involving an Atlanta police officer, Tareem Rayna, who was supposed to uphold the law and protect the city. On August 22, 2014, a city employee stumbled upon the charred remains of 26-year-old Vernicia, a gruesome scene that would send shockwaves through the community. An ensuing investigation revealed a horrifying sequence of events. Vernicia had been shot 3 times before her body was doused in fuel and set ablaze. Hateville police, identifying Vernicia, initiated an inquiry into her last moments by examining her phone records. This investigation introduced them to Rayna, an Atlanta police officer who had seemingly crossed paths with Vernicia on the now-defunct Backpage.com. For those unfamiliar with Backpage, it resembled Craigslist, where people engaged in various transactions, posted event listings, and occasionally arranged casual encounters. The website was particularly popular among sex workers, and law enforcement regularly monitored it for illegal activities. In Rayna's case, it appeared he was seeking more than just casual encounters, as his connection with Vernicia Woodard would later indicate. Rayna, who had previously resided in New York before relocating to the South, had been a member of the Atlanta Police Department for 3 years when he became a murder suspect. Authorities apprehended Rayna at the airport as he attempted to flee to Mexico. During questioning, he claimed that he had met Vernicia online and they had agreed to meet for a sexual encounter. He alleged that during their meeting, Vernicia attempted to rob and carjack him, leading him to shoot her. He confessed that, realizing she was dead, he panicked and decided to set her body on fire. However, experts challenged his account, asserting that evidence suggested Vernicia had been in a defensive position when she was shot. The shocking revelation left the Atlanta Police Department in disbelief and sorrow. Tareem Rayna faced a multitude of charges, and in October 2014, he received a life sentence in prison without the possibility of parole, along with an additional 16 years. It hurts a lot more to know that it was somebody in law enforcement, expressed to Sherry Gilliard, Vernicia's sister. At the time of her tragic death, Vernicia left behind an 8-year-old daughter.
Was in court this evening as deputies escorted the former Atlanta officer out of the courtroom and into jail. Channel 2's Nefertiti Jaquez is live at the Fulton County Courthouse tonight. And Nef, the victim's family says justice has been served.
Jovita, they tell us that they are happy because they've been waiting for this day for 2 years. They also say that they knew that when the former cop took the stand, that the jury would find him guilty. And that's because when the district attorney was asking him questions like, quote, when you were pouring gasoline on her, did you think about the family she may have? He answered, quote, no.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Tareem Zeus Rana, guilty.
Tareem Rana showed no emotion as the jury read their verdict. The former Atlanta police officer was found guilty of murder 2 years after he was charged with fatally shooting Vernicia Woodard before setting her body on fire.
I'm just glad that he was found guilty on all charges.
The victim's father says while he's angry that Rana didn't show any remorse, he's still happy with the jury's decision.
Even though she was 26 years old at the time of her demise, she was still my baby.
Vernicia was also the baby of the family. Her older sisters tell us while the trial was emotionally grueling and the evidence photos were too much to bear, they now finally are one step closer to having closure.
I think now, after 2 years, we'll probably be able to finally get some sleep.
I'm just happy. I mean, like overjoyed happy that
he's guilty.
Guilty of killing the 26-year-old mother in 2014. Rana testified on Wednesday he met the victim for sex and that she tried to rob him and carjack him with his own gun. The ex-cop said that during the struggle, the victim was shot 3 times. However, experts testified she had wounds in her hand that showed the victim was in defensive mode when she was shot. Rana told jurors he then panicked, left to go buy gasoline, then came back and set her body on fire. A few days later, after the young mother was found dead, Rana was arrested as he waited for a flight to Mexico. And now the only trip he'll be making is to prison.
I feel like justice was served.
And we have learned that the former cop will be sentenced at a later date. We're live outside of the courthouse tonight. Nefertiti Jacquez, Channel 2 Action News, Nightly.